Hey everyone, it's SavaniSis, and today we're going to talk about fast tracking from a Blue Monday to a Joy Monday. So stay tuned for the vitally important steps we're going to share with you to experience this joy. Oh my gosh, guys, Blue Monday. Today's Blue Monday.
Oh my God, no.
What is it? Blue Monday is the most
depressing day of the year.
And why is it so depressing? Well, it's the third Monday of the year, and some psychologists back in 2004 decided to label this as Blue Monday.
He coined it as that day, didn't he?
He did. And that's because it's after Christmas and New Year's and everyone's excited around that time. So you get the Christmas debt, you get people reflecting on the year before and thinking, what have I achieved? And another year's gone by and I haven't got what I want. And they're thinking about all the things that they need to do. It's just generally a very low period. And also it tends to be winter time. Not here though.
Not here. It's summertime in the Savannah land.
And sometimes it's dark as well in the winter time, so people do feel very low around that time. So I was thinking, wow, Blue Monday. What? Why not call a day Joy Monday? Or Happy Monday? Or Happy Every Day? So the words you use to label something has a lot of power because words hold a vibration.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has an emotional and psychological impact on your thoughts and feelings.
So even if you're not feeling blue, but it's everywhere in the world, in the media, in the newspapers, on Google,
right,
and you see Blue Monday and you realize, oh yeah, this is the most depressing day of the year. Just by contemplating that and knowing that it is, you might actually start immediately feeling a little bit blue yourself.
Right, exactly.
Right?
You'll feel down, you'll feel upset, depressed, sad, anxious.
And you know what, Kashmir? It makes me wonder, is the world designed in such a way to coin these type of days because we then don't feel happy inside and we're always looking for something outside of us to give us pleasure?
External stimuli.
So we don't go inwards.
Distract you.
Something to think about there.
Exactly. Question mark. Question everything.
So let's get straight to the point. How do we go from being blue to being Joy Monday? Or Blue Tuesday to Joy Tuesday? Or Blue Wednesday to Joy Wednesday?
Etc. Run it through all the 7 days of the week, guys.
Exactly. So the first thing what you want to do is go from blue to joy is you want to raise your vibration. What is vibration?
Well, vibration is everything in the universe's energy vibrating at a different frequency. Your energy vibrating at a different frequency. The air is, the door is, the table is, the lamp is, the carpet is, every animal on planet Earth, insect, creature, you name it.
Food, water as well.
That's it.
So what's the difference between us humans and a table?
Well,
that's emitting a frequency, right?
Yes. The table doesn't have a choice, guys. It can only emit one frequency, okay? But the humans have a unique ability to transmit and vibrate and choose any damn frequency it desires.
That's it. So you have a choice on what kind of frequency you want to emit out into the universe.
Yes.
So when we emit a frequency, where are we emitting it to? So we said the universe, but another word for that is the ether,
the collective consciousness, the divine matrix, and the quantum field.
So when we emit this frequency, we create an energy pattern within this field. And this energy pattern doesn't just disappear, it stays there forever. It's an imprint. So whatever you're emitting, whatever kind of frequency you're emitting, it is there in the field. And once it's there, other people can pick up on it, but also other people can add to it. So the more people that add to it, the bigger the energy field or that energy pattern will grow. And so, for example, if somebody's feeling fear and another person feels fear, and in fact, our whole country is feeling fear, and media does a very good job with that to instill fear in people, what will happen is that that energy field will grow a lot bigger and bigger and bigger. So even if you're not a fearful person, you'll pick up on that energy pattern and you'll start to feel fear too. Another great example, and you might have heard of this before, is the 4-minute mile, the phenomenon of the 4-minute mile. There was once a time when running a mile in 4 minutes was humanly, I'm telling you, humanly impossible. There was no way any man on earth could do that until one man decided, I'm going to do it. So he did it. He did the 4-minute mile, and after that, everyone was doing it. All of a sudden it became possible, not just possible, but easy. And why is that? Because he created an energy pattern in the field to say the 4-minute mile can be done, and he did it. And everyone who did it after him picked up on that energy field, and they also did it. And the more people that did it, the more the energy field grew. Does that make sense? I hope it does, because it does to us.
Definitely.
Right?
Yes.
So what happens then? So once you do emit this frequency, you realize that you are a very significant person in this universe. Don't ever feel that just because I'm feeling joy, how is that going to help anyone else? It does, because you're emitting that frequency for others to pick up. So you are contributing to an astronomical, phenomenal movement beyond measure, beyond your comprehension. I want you to remember that. If you remember one thing in this entire video, just remember how significant you are. How much of an important being you are.
You are supporting life itself.
Exactly, you're supporting life itself. I wanted to repeat that because that was really profound, Cash.
Yes.
So if that's the case, then why not let's do it. Let's go from a Blue Monday
to a Joy Monday.
And the way you can do that, the first step is make a decision that you're going to be joyful. Okay, don't put pressure on yourself that I'm going to have to be really happy, but just make that decision that I'm going to move towards joy. You make that decision. The second one is you're going to decide that you're no longer going to buy into these labels of feeling blue. Just because it's Blue Monday doesn't mean you have to feel blue as well. And it doesn't mean that you need to be influenced by it. But the only way you'll know that is if you're self-aware. If you're aware that this is Blue Monday and you are not going to be influenced by it, that's the next step, which is really important. The third one is healthy outward activities, which are constructive, not destructive. So what are examples of destructive outward activities?
So destructive outward activities would be like drinking lots of alcohol, taking drugs, spending excessive amounts on designer items that you don't need.
Yes, so when you do these things, for example, if you buy certain things, it will give you a high for a little while. Yeah, you'll feel a bit of joy, you'll feel a bit of happiness, but that high dips down very, very quickly. And in fact, what you want then is the next best thing to buy, and the next best thing.
It's a dopamine hit.
It's a short-term dopamine hit. And the reason why it can be destructive is because it can get you in debt, financial difficulties. And so that's why it can be a destructive pattern. The other point I wanted to say was that when you have drugs, again, that gives you a high, it gives you a dopamine hit, but then you crash. And when you crash, you want more of it. So you take more of the drugs and more of the drugs until your liver's kind of trying to get rid of all the toxins that you put in your body. And the same thing happens with alcohol. In fact, some people, when they have alcohol, they get really bad hangovers the next day and they feel quite depressed. And so the crash is quite low, but crash is quite deep. Whereas when they're having the alcohol, they feel really happy. So it's a very destructive pattern for your health as well.
Yes.
So those are destructive patterns. There's lots of other ones.
And it's just designed to be a band-aid. It's only designed to mask your pain, not treat the actual problem.
And not to contribute to your health. Yeah. So they are destructive. The constructive, healthy outward activities are things like
walking in nature, getting outside. The easiest thing you can do is put a smile on your face, shoulders back, look at things from far away, and walk in a fast pace.
And we just want to tell you about all of this is to do with moving your body and changing your physiology. And we just want to say
a shout out to
the Identical Twins in Lockdown
YouTube channel. Go check them out. They've just launched very recently, and their first video was a nice, short, quick one about the importance of physiology.
Yeah, so check it out. So those are the healthy outward activities. There's also creativity that you can do. So creativity and expression.
Yes.
And that can come in lots of different forms. It can come in painting, drawing, pottery, creating a website,
singing,
YouTube
acting,
videos,
dancing, YouTube videos.
And brainstorming ideas for a project, anything that will involve your creativity and you expressing yourself is a really good way of feeling joy. And the constructive inward activities, now this is the main stuff, this is the stuff that SavaniSis loves.
This is what we're about, yeah.
So it's meditation, you're going inward, so you're not relying on anything outward to make you feel joy. Meditation, practicing stillness within the body, and that's also a form of meditation. Breathing techniques, and there's lots of different types to calm the body down and connect with the body. Connecting with your heart. The heart emits a frequency out that others can feel. So when you feel love or joy, the heart is emitting that type of frequency, so you can really connect to the heart with that. Visualization and imagination.
Yes.
So you use your imagination and visualization to serve you, not to go against you, because we can also imagine the worst case scenario. So when you use your imagination, we've done a video on this actually, where you imagine something and you imagine something wonderful happening, and all of a sudden you've got a smile on your face and you're feeling happy. But nothing outside of you has changed, and that's all the inward work. So that's all we're going to say for now, right?
Those are vitally important tips that we've shared in this video, and all we want to say is just do it! Stay tuned for our next video. Like and hit the subscribe button, and bye for now.